Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Um, I hope you're all well. I tried to do this a little bit earlier, and the video was a disaster. The card pulls were just kind of awkward, and they just felt really, out of balance. So I'm going to try it again. What I did was I have a poster here that's on the table, and it says the Celtic Cross Spread, and it's about using tarot. And I thought what I would do is I would go through this and I would try and do a reading. I have two readings in mind. One is on the state in California, and it's a question, how is everything going to go in California in the coming days, because everybody seems to be focused on that right now. And how is things going to go for the federal government in the coming days? So two different spreads. I'm going to try and do a Celtic Cross with two different spreads. It's going to take probably about 20 minutes or so to do. But before I do that, I would like to give a shout out to Kathy. And I'd like to say happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, Kathy. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I hope that you enjoy it to the fullest. Even though it is a Monday, hopefully you have the day off and you can enjoy the day. So at any rate, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and turn the camera around and see if I can get this done. The thing is that I'm holding the camera and shuffling the cards at the same time, which is kind of not easy. So what I'm going to do is I'll pause the camera or pause the video and then turn the video around to lay out the cards so that you can see exactly what it is I'm seeing, and it might make it a little easier. But first I'm going to give these a good shuffle. They need a good mix here, and see what happens with regards to the cards and what happens with it. Yeah, the first pull that I did, I ended up with a whole bunch of swords cards. I ended up with a bunch of really just active, proactive energies and things like that. And I'm feeling a little bit calmer now that I've done a couple of pulls. And so I'm going to try the pulls that I did earlier, but I'm going to redo them, and I'm going to see what happens and see if the results are anything similar to what it is that I've already pulled. If that makes any kind of sense whatsoever. I have no idea. But I'm going to see how this works, and I'm going to see if I can pull the cards and do the video at the same time without having these issues. I am still in the living room. I just have the instead of having the camera on the table, I have it on the windowsill. So, but I will see what I can do with it. So I'll give this one more shuffle, and then I'll lay the cards to the side. So I got the cards laid to the side, and then I will turn the video around. Okay, just hold on. So here we are with my messy table, and I have to look around to make sure that I can read the actual things that are on the table with regards to how the spread looks. This is the Celtic Cross. This is the usual cards that card spread that people use when they do tarot readings. At least that's what I've come to see. But I've also seen other people do other spreads and other styles and stuff with their cards. When I did the card spread the other day, I did for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that was the first 6 cards of the Celtic spread, or the Celtic Cross. But there were also 4 other cards here, 4 other things here that I could have done. But yeah, you live, you learn, and you're on to another day. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on this, and I'm going to pull the card for the first card. And the first card is Justice. This is interesting because this was in the other spread, but it was in a different place. Or no, that was Judgment. This is Justice. Okay, Justice. Well, this is California. Their sense is that justice is important. That they don't want to have something happen to them that is not aligned with the justice that they deserve. So they are not exactly happy at the moment with what's going on, but this is their current mindset, is justice at all costs, and that's what's happening. It's crossed with the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is the weariness and the being tired and sick of all of the stuff that's going on. And this I'm getting that it could be read in two ways. It could be read that the people of California are sick and tired of all the nonsense that's going on, but I also see that this could be that the federal government is trying to topple the idea of justice that the Californian people have. So this is kind of what they're kind of dealing with. They're really not happy at all with this current state of things, and they really just want um, the they just want things to be the way they were before. But unfortunately, I don't think they will be. The weariness is like we just don't want to deal with this anymore. But they're realizing that they have to, and that they really don't know where to proceed. The basis of the situation is the Lover's card. Well, that's kind of interesting because I did pull that one in the other reading, and the Lover's card is this underlying notion. I think that they want to be a part of the U.S., but they don't want to be a part of what's really going on, underlying issues that are going on with regards to it. So yeah, I think this card actually fits better here in this position than in the other position that I had it. I don't know. I think the Lovers was the first card that I pulled, and I couldn't really ascertain how that would apply to California and the U.S. But I think that this is the underlying energy that they really want. They really want everything to be okay between them and the U.S., but at the present, it's not. Okay, and the immediate past is the Four of Wands. Okay, the Four of Wands is a lot of people call this the card of the White House or of the federal government. They identify this card as just being a sort of party card of all the people that are involved with the federal government and with everything that's going on. So this is kind of like I think that this kind of exemplifies this how things were, what is behind you. This is how things were. There was a sort of connection point that they had with it, and now it's gone, and they don't know what to do next. And the next position is the crowning thoughts or overarching energy is the Seven of Pentacles. I think that this is about money. I think that a lot of the stuff that they're doing is about the fame, about the money, about the power, about all of the things that could come together that if they could get California to concede, then they will make something out of it. The other thing is that California is the fourth largest economy in the world. So you've got a state in the United States that is actually very, very has a lot of cards left to play because they do have a large economy. They have all the technical stuff there, and they have a lot of different industries there. And California could stand alone as a sovereign nation if they wanted to, I think, because they do have all of these particular balls in their court, if you will. So that is the overarching energy. The immediate future is the Six of Pentacles. Again, more pentacles, more deals with money. The Six of Pentacles. Let me look at this. This is a man who's weighing his options. He's weighing what he has, and all the hands are reaching out for it. That's kind of exemplifies, I think, what's going on in the U.S. California has a lot. California is a wealthy state. California has the money, and everybody wants a piece of it. And I think that that's exactly what's happening. And I think California knows that they have the upper hand in this situation. Hopes and fears, the Fool. Oh boy. The Fool. They know that fools rush in where angels fear to tread, if you will. These they know what's going on. They know what they're dealing with, and they know the person that they're dealing with. And they're just kind of biding their time. And the how others see you as the King of Swords. Oh man, this guy's in charge. This guy knows what he's doing. This guy is, he's got the cards. He's got all the cards. He's sitting there with a royal flush while the other guy's sitting there throwing a checkerboard across the room. So yeah, this is yeah. The governor of California, I believe, is in this instance, he is the King of Swords. He knows what's going on, and he doesn't suffer fools gladly. The hopes and fears is the World card. That is the endings and beginnings, new beginnings for California, new place in the world. This is their hope that they can just survive on the world stage and be able to come through with everything without any big problems. That is where they're at, and your final outcome is the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, and you got this guy who's working on these things, and all the pentacles are hanging over him, and he's working at his desk and stuff. So this is very meticulous. California knows what they're doing, and I think that these are some good cards for them. I think that they are at the state where they are really just feeling. They understand what's going on. They understand that they're dealing with the Fool. They understand that this is like not really what they want to go through and contend with, but they also know that they have all the pentacles in their hands and that they are going to hold on to them. So that's the spread for California. Let me pause this and I'll turn the camera back around. Okay, so that was that. I'm going to pull these cards off the thing here. This was really interesting. The fact that I pulled all these Pentacles cards really shows that California is an economic, they have an economic state, and they know it, and they can go with it. And I think that this is something that the national government doesn't really fully realize. They don't fully recognize just how much power California has in relation to all of these things that are going on. And I think California knows that it does have the upper hand here, even though it may not seem like it. Because it seems like, that you have this president who is very, very powerful, and he wants to show people that he is powerful, but yet he is basically showing everybody that he's a fool, and that he is dealing with he is basically trying to play chess with somebody who knows 3D chess. He's trying to play checkers with somebody who plays 3D chess. So he's not a happy person here in this. And I don't think that this is really showing him to be exceedingly powerful. It's showing him to be a bit of a nitwit. So we'll see what happens here with this. Okay, now we're going to move on, and I'm going to pull on the national government and see what the feds are going to be doing, what their options are, what all of this is going to mean for them. California I think they have the upper hand in this, and I think that they are showing it with all the Pentacles cards that they got that I pulled on them. I think that this is showing they do have the money, they do have the power and the influence that they need in order to basically get through a certain situation. So, and I think this situation is really quite telling what kind of leadership that the California has, and what this really represents for them. They are, God, these cards are slippery, they keep falling, but I just want to make sure that I get them really good, well mixed up here. And okay, alrighty, so here we go. So this is the feds now. We're going to look at the feds and see what they have to say. Okay, so here we are. Got the card things here. This was like not very easy to do because I'm like holding the camera with one hand and trying to motivate the cards with the other. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Okay, so there's the cards, and the first card is the Page of Swords. Okay, this is the page. This is as of the pages. Pages are usually generally, as far as I understand. I'm going to pull the plug here on this. The pages are generally the card of the suit of youthfulness. And this could also encapsulate the idea of rushing into a situation without having all of your bits and pieces together to see if you can be successful. Just hanging on with a wing and a prayer, if you will. It's crossed with the Knight of Wands. Well, the Knight is a little bit higher up on the echelon than the Page, and this may be, to me, this seems to signify that they are contending with people who are loyal. They are contending with people who are loyal to the Constitution, loyal to the ideals of the country, what the country is supposed to represent, due process, all of the things that they feel are important and significant with regards to what is happening. That's what they are contending with. They have to deal with the people who are loyal to an ideal as opposed to a person. The past issues is the Ace of Cups, and this is the Ace of Cups is about new beginnings or about beginning, and I think that this is a beginning. This is them trying to see. I am paying close attention to the phases of the moon that's on the card, because it seems like that this is like this idea of trying to excuse me, they're trying to find a way to contend with all of this and maintain a little bit of sanity. But this is a new beginning. To me, this is like more of an experiment than anything else. Okay, and what is behind you is the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, that is what they had before. They had the money, they had the prestige, and they had the beauty, and they had all the things. They had I mean, this was generally a very positive card, and beautiful card. You've got all the pentacles, you've got this lovely lady, and you've got this you've got everything. You had the world on a string, and you are now trying to basically cut that string and lose it. The overarching energy is the Two of Cups. That is wild. That card has showed up on other readings that I've done too today. So that's wild. Yeah, the overarching energy is the country. They want the country to be unified. They want this is all about trying to bring about unity, but yet what they are doing is they're tearing it apart instead. In the immediate future, you have the Six of Swords. Okay. I always call this the Up the River card. I don't know why, but I just do, because it looks like, I always think of the Animaniacs episode where they're going down the river Sphinx, and you got the guy with the sky, and he's like rowing the boat. I mean, instead you got this beautiful lady, and you got the Six Swords. Basically, to me, this is the Up the River card. They're up the river without a paddle, basically. And this is not going to end well for them, I don't think. The next position, I'm going to move these over here. The next is the Hopes and Fears, and that is the Hermit. They're alone. They're on their own. They're most afraid of being cast off and being treated like they are the redheaded stepchild or something. They really do not like being in that position, but yet that is precisely where they are. They are isolated. They are cut off. They have no real options here. They are really at the point of no return. The how others see you? Well, they see you as the only thing that's keeping things together is the justice system. And I don't mean the Justice Department. I mean the justice system. The idea um, the only thing that's really keeping them from doing anything is justice, is this notion of justice, because they know that they're in the wrong. They know that they're isolated here, and they're not going to be able to get through any of this because they have this over, have this looming over them. Other people, other people want to see you as the just and the correct and the good individual, but what they're seeing is basically they're seeing you trying to interpret what the law is and not being able to. That's what I see. Your hopes and dreams. 5 of Cups. This is absolute disappointment. This is utter disappointment. Is this what they hope for California, or is this what they hope for themselves? I have no idea. How this card ends up in this position is really beyond me, but I think that how other people want to see you is you want them to see you as a just and kind ruler, but what they're seeing instead is you're seeing just this guy who's a taco, who chicken out all the time, and they don't like that. But that is what their fears are, is that people are going to see them as that they don't want them to be seen as a disappointment or a loser. But that is essentially what they are seeing. And the ultimate outcome is the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands, I'm not really sure how that, they have 2 paths. There's 2 paths here. There's a path here, and there's a path over here. And this person is standing at the crossroads. He's at a crossroads trying to determine where it is, which way he's going to go. And I think that's where the country is at right now. They are at this position. Do you want to go down the path where justice is focused upon? Or do you want to go down a path that's going to isolate you even further and leave you all alone in relation to the rest of the world? These are some very telling cards here. And I think that this card here, about being up the river, is very, very telling in terms of the idea that you've got a guy who wants to push his weight around. He wants people to see him in this way. But instead, what he's seeing, what they're seeing is this. They're seeing this guy going up the river and no real options available to them. The fact that the first card pulled was a page, which signifies this idea of youth, but I think it could also signify the idea of immaturity, that people are just not mature. They are not weighing their options in a very plausible way, and they're not looking at what's going on in a very mature and logical manner. So that is where we're at here. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this back around. So there we are. I really enjoy doing the cards. It's a lot of fun and everything. But I have to say this, and I have to say this really honestly. I do not know if what I pulled here is the truth or whatever. This is for entertainment purposes only. So anybody who thinks that this is like 100% logical or rational or whatever, go read a book. This is not, I will say it straight up, this is not scientifically proven stuff. This is just fun. I mean, a lot of people think tarot is what you put into it. It's what the energy you put into it and what it signifies. I can only say what cards I pull and what I feel like my guides are telling me through the cards. I can't say that there's anything accurate here, but I can say that my biases may be showing because I think that California is on the right side of history at this point, but I can't say if my biases are coming through or not through these interpretations, because I'm a human. I'm not. I may not be 100% accurate with my interpretations, and it may not coincide exactly with what the book says. I tried to do this without even looking at the book, because I really want to try and learn these cards, and I want to get a feel for what it is that I'm reading on. and not just, and I'm trying to read on things that are kind of, I don't want to say obscure, but I want to see if I can get a sense as to like both sides of the issue. Because I mean, you've got the point of view from the Californian people and the governor there, and you've got the point of view from the federal people and the president. And basically what I'm getting is that the more optimistic cards are coming through for California. Now that may not be the case, and with other readers it may not be the case at all. It may just be that I'm just learning this stuff and I'm muddling through and trying to interpret the cards. But one thing that kind of struck me, and I think that this is something that has to be said, is that today I was watching this video with David and Gary and Libby from Maestro Tarot. And one of the things that Libby said really stuck out in my mind. And she said that there's no wrong way to interpret the cards. You have to follow what it is that your guides are telling you or what the energies of the moment are telling you. And so that's what I'm doing. And that's what I'm trying to do. And I hope that I did it, logically, but I'm not perfect. I'm still learning this. I mean, this is taking time. And anybody who thinks that it's easy to just put up a video and say, okay, I'm going to pull cards from tarot and I'm going to see what happens. Anybody who says that this is easy to do, they're fooling themselves, because it's not. I mean, when I pull a card spontaneously from the pack and I say, okay, I'm going to look at this card and it's the Nine of Wands. What can I say about this? And then I have to think what this card means, and then I have to put it in context with what it is that I'm doing. If it's a dream, or if it's a dream, or if it's a meditation, or if it's a current event, or if it's a personal thing with friends, I have to put this stuff in context, and I have to figure out what the heck it all means in context of what it is that I'm reading on. And I'm like, it's not easy to do that. And so I admire anybody who can just pull a card and say, this is what this means, this is what that means, and this is what that means, and and just pull the cards and just so, okay. And one of the people that really just I admire so much who can do this is Libby. She tells a story. She pulls the cards and she tells a story as she goes along. And I'm trying to see what card she's pulling, and I'm going, wow, 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 wow. She is incredible. She knows what she's doing. And so I don't generally think that people should, just promote their friends or whatever on YouTube. But I do think that Libby she deserves so much credit. She does so much research, and she does so much background info on all of the stuff that's going on. And so I recommend her channel highly. It's Maestro Tarot, and I would recommend you go and check it out if you're really into tarot, because she's very, very good. And there are probably a lot of great readers out there, but Libby is one that I watch every video that she puts out because I just think she's amazing. So that's my take today. I hope you have a really great day. Kathy, happy birthday again. Hope you have a fantastic birthday, and have a great day, everybody. I'll try to be back tomorrow for a meditation. I'm trying to switch and swap things out a little bit so that it's a little bit more variety here on the channel. And I think that this is actually going to be really good, because as I learn tarot, it's kind of fun to do the videos and see if I can remember the cards that I pull and stuff like that. And I'm actually remembering some of them, so it's like very, very good. So this is actually helping a lot. So thanks for letting me practice tarot on my channel. So I hope you have a great day. Take care. And as always, namaste.